Hello everybody, Ghostblade 1062 here with another rolling stock review. Today, we will be looking at a Walthers Mainline 4-bay cylindrical grain hopper in the Canadian Wheat Board CNWX yellow paint scheme that I have had in my possession for a little while now. And now, let's move on to the unboxing. Alright, looking at the front of the box, we have the Walthers Mainline logo across the top here, with a clear plastic front window giving us our first look at the car itself. On the bottom, top and left sides we have the Walthers Mainline logo as well. And then on the right side of the box, we see it is a 59-foot cylindrical hopper in the Canadian Wheat Board CNWX scheme, road number 106614, product ID 910-7847. It is fully assembled with RP25 turn metal wheel sets and Proto Max metal knuckle couplers. And then moving on to the back here, we again have the product number as well as the product barcode and a QR code. And then we have some information about Walthers Mainline as a manufacturer. And taking the car out of the box, we have it in this two-piece plastic cradle with some softer plastic inside to protect the paint. And here we have the car. And it's got quite a bit of weight to it as well. And next, we will move on to the detail overview. Alright, taking a look at the front of the car here, we have a half ladder as well as a full ladder going up to the top, made out of molded on plastic. Actually, no, this is separately fitted plastic in a nicely painted silver color. We do have this hole right here that goes all the way through to the other side of the car, which I am unsure of the purpose of, but it is not prototypical. In behind the frame for the ladders going to the roof, we also have the supports on the main body here, as well as we have our CNWX reporting marks, as well as our road number being 106614. And we have our steps hanging down from the bottom on either side. Now, moving on to the side of the car here. Along the frame, we have some warning detailing, which is nice and legible, though I'm having some trouble getting a proper focus on it. As well as we have our Government of Canada signage, the CNWX reporting marks, and our road number. We also have our capacity information along the side here. We have some nice divider lines for the panels on the side of the car here as well. with our steps being clearly visible here on the side. And looking at the trucks, we have some fairly basic suspension detailing. Now, moving on to the rear of the car, we have the half and full ladders as well as the side steps again. We also have the road reporting marks and road number on the main body here and behind. But we also have this separately fitted brake wheel and chain here made out of plastic, as well as our air reservoir and brake line detailing here. Looking at the top of the car, we have our etched plastic walkway going all around, and it is see-through, as we can see with the color of the yellow being seen. And we have our 4 roof hatches, which do have some decent detailing for the hinges. A bit more detailed than I usually see, that's for sure. And now, looking at the underside, the underside is fairly plain, with just some basic chute detailing for the 6 bays. Nothing overly detailed. And that is the car. So next, we will move on to the rip track segment. Welcome to the rip track segment. To start off with, we are going to verify the wheel gauge on the cars with the NMRA standards gauge. Starting with the front truck, axle 1 is good, and axle 2 is also good. Now onto the rear truck. Axle 1 is good, and axle 2 is also good. So our wheels are engaged, which is already a good start. Now we're going to check to see if the coupler height is up to standard with the KD height gauge. Starting with the rear coupler, and it is sitting a little bit low. Now moving on to the front coupler, it is also sitting low. So what we are going to do now is swap the couplers out for KD number 158s. And in order to do so, I have to start with removing the trucks to get access to the coupler boxes. And that's the coupler out. And that's the bronze spring. And now we can put in the KD number 158 whisker coupler. Right, and we still have proper mobility. Now we can reinstall the truck. That's the front truck. Well, front coupler installed. And I'm just gonna there we go. I had the screw on the truck a little bit too tight, impeding mobility. Now onto the rear truck. Alright, that's the rear coupler out. New coupler in and properly mobile. Okay, and that's the rear truck back on. And now, to verify the height of the new couplers, okay, and our rear coupler is good. And so is the front coupler. Alright, and so with the installation of the new couplers, we've corrected the coupler height as well. So now the car is ready to go onto the track for a test run as part of a grain train. Alright everybody, this concludes my review of the Walthers Mainline Cylindrical Grain Hopper in the Canadian Wheat Board CNWX paint scheme. All in all, it is a good runner. It's running nice and smooth so far. I was able to fix the coupler height by installing the KD couplers onto it. And I haven't had any real coupling issues since then. The only issue I had was caused by the car it was actually coupling up to, which I will be correcting as I have the coupler in too tight so it's not auto-correcting like it should. That being said, it is a great addition to the collection, as well as a very nice piece for building up my grain train that I've been building up bit by bit. And it's a model I can honestly recommend. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like or a comment, and subscribe for more model railroad content. Have a great day, everybody.